Hey guys, it's Judd. What's up? Sitting over here on the banks of the Ohio River. Just dropped my daughter off at home at her mom's and stepdad's just a minute ago. I drive about 30 miles, I think, over here in the afternoons. Every day I'm home, just about. Pick her up and spend a little time with her, go eat some lunch, a late lunch, early supper, whatever you want to call it, and then drop her off at her mom's house, and I drive back over across the bridge. Fridays are always tough for me, and I'll tell you why, because I'm gonna tell you, dads, moms too, as far as that goes. You know, today is the day if you don't have custody of your kid full time, or if your family's together or whatever, that's awesome. But if you're like a lot of us who have to share them weekends and share time with the other parent, Friday is the day that you drive like hell to pick them up, and Sunday is the day you go through hell when you take them back. Trust me, I know the feeling. It seemed like since Caitlin was born in 2004, I ain't done nothing but drive. Just drive. I drove from Florida to Georgia to here to see her, from here back to Nashville, write some songs, drive another 700 miles back to Florida. I did that every 3 or 4 weeks for 7 years till I finally moved 1,000 miles closer to her. And I'm going to tell you, it still hurts just as much a day when I drop her off. I don't give a flip if I see her 6 times this week. On that 7th day I drop her off, I still hurt. Don't matter. Just do. You know, because I've realized that Caitlin's entire life, 14 years, she ain't never lived with me. She's always been a visitor in my house. Although my house and the houses that I've owned and that I own now with my wife Amanda and my stepkids is her house, she's still a visitor because she's just in and out there and gone, and I'll just say that if you're lucky enough, to live in the same house with your kid and are able to get her up, get him up, spank that butt when they get out of line, make sure they get their baths and all that, eat dinner with them, at night, every night. Man, you look at me, some of these people look at me and go, boy, I wished I had his life. Boy, he's got it made. He's got this, got that, done this, done that. Let me tell you something. If you got your kid living with you at home, I'll trade you because you looking at somebody on the outside, you see this funny dude, make you laugh, giggle at these videos, and on the inside, I'm a miserable prick most of the time. Because I know that Caitlin's almost grown. She's a few years away from being gone. And then I will have to live the rest of my life knowing that I never got enough time. I just didn't. As a dad, and I'm sure every mother, every parent, whether you're together or not, is going to always say you don't have enough time. But when you're a dad or a mom that don't have full custody of your child, you never get enough time. I'm fortunate enough, that I got a great relationship with Caitlin's mom. We've never had a custody agreement. Caitlin just goes and comes as she pleases. If she wants to come to my house, she comes. If she wants to stay at Julie's house, she stays. We never wanted to go to court and go, you got to be here Monday through Friday, every other week, 6 to 8:30. Make sure you're at the sit-go to pick her up at exact time. I didn't want to do that to my kid. That works for a lot of people, but I didn't want to do it to ours. So, everybody's different. Caitlin a few weeks ago, and she didn't mean to say it. I mean, she wasn't thinking it. It hit me like a ton of bricks. It about knocked the breath out of me. She said she was at our house, and she said, hey, Dad, can I grab a water out of the refrigerator? And I'm thinking, this is your house. You ain't got to ask me if you get water out of the refrigerator. You ain't got to ask Amanda. Go over there and get this is your house. But I don't think they ever feel like it is. I just don't. I'm sure Caitlin feels like her home is at her mom's, as it should. Her mom has provided her a great home they've lived in the same house her whole life, and she's 14. Hell, I've been in 50 of them. I don't know. It just hurts, and it's something that I'll have to deal with, something I'll never be able to change. All the things I got to do in my life, all the fun things, all the things that I've overcome, or all my shortcomings. But the one thing that'll go with me to my grave is that I was never able to have the luxury of that everyday living with a kid. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're fortunate enough out there to have that, damn, do what you got to do to hold her together, son. Because you know what, ain't nothing more miserable than having to, like I said, you drive like hell on a Friday to pick them up, and then you go through hell on Sunday when you drop them off. You're looking at living proof. I've been doing it for 14 years. Caitlin lives a block from where I'm sitting at right here, and I lived a block from her several years ago. And when she would ride down on her bicycle, I'd be ecstatic, and when she'd ride her bike bicycle home, I'd still double over sometimes. Now, ain't that something? But it's just the way it is. If you ever think a lot of us got it made and, we got the good life and all that, you wrong, because I'll trade you any day of the week to have been able to have what a lot of you have out there. And I ain't the only one that goes through it. I got 2 stepchildren at home, but I'm sure their dads go through it, every Friday and Sunday too. There's thousands and hundreds of thousands of us that do it because adults are selfish. We just are. We'll hook up with somebody, get married, have a kid, 3 or 4 months later say, I don't like you either, and then we'll bust out there and go our separate ways and fall in love with somebody else, and that kid's left to have to love both of us. So adults are selfish. I'm selfish. We all are. When you divorce like that, you're selfish because you're tearing the kid apart. And just because the spouse don't love you, you don't love the spouse, the kid still loves both of you. And then they're left to have to struggle and fight and gotta go to dad's, gotta go here, don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. It's just tough. And it just Fridays just suck. Again, I just dropped Caitlin off at home. I'm gonna see her tomorrow. Still miserable. So this shell you see on the outside ain't nothing like the shell that's on the inside. Out here on the outside, I look tickled to death, have a great time, make them funny videos, and pretty much, happy for the most part. But on the inside, I live with that agony that'll never go away. Until and if it wasn't for humor, if it wasn't for being able to make some people laugh, make you guys laugh, I'd do a backflip off this cliff right here and somersault it right there in that Ohio River, because sometimes the pain's that unbearable. It really is. And whether you're a dad or a mom, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm feeling right now. Hey guys, gals, whose ever weekend it is, go on, put the pedal to the metal, drive like hell, get them over there to the bowling alley, get you a couple of hamburgers and drive like hell to get them, and live like they ain't no tomorrow to Sunday. And then again, just like me, you go through hell taking them back. It is what it is. Y'all have a good day.